Hey, what's up? It's Jared with State of Tech, and I wanted to talk about IGTV or Instagram TV. It's a new video first format that Instagram is going after to directly compete with, of course, YouTube and anybody else that's got a video sharing platform out there. So I'm excited about it for a couple of reasons. And so I wanted to talk about what it is. Of course, here on State of Tech, we talk about technology, how to use these things, what the purpose is, how to get the most out of them. And so I think I'm first going to start with just what IGTV is, and we'll go about it there. And then I'll give kind of a little bit of my opinion on it. And that's where I think I would love to have those of you that are watching this chime in down in the comments below. So of course, I'm gonna upload this video both to IGTV and to YouTube, simply because people are wondering what it is. Content is being created for it already, and it's just it's gonna be interesting to see where this new kind of fork of Instagram goes. This kind of spin-off of Instagram into video. So let me talk about what it is first. First of all, it is a separate app. There is an IGTV app, but you don't necessarily have to download that app in order to consume content. If you download the latest version of the Instagram app, you're going to notice this little TV icon up here on the top, which is next to the direct message icon. And sometimes that icon is black, like it is right now, black and white, and sometimes it is highlighted with color, and that means that you have some new content to consume, or new content has shown up since the last time that you've gone into IGTV. So, refreshing the page here should occasionally result in new content showing up there. So it's really easy to access all of the content there. You just simply tap on it. You get the static for a second, just like you're turning on the TV. Of course, whose TV gets static these days? And then you are able to see stuff in the For You section, which is kind of a combination of people that you already follow that have been uploading content to IGTV, and maybe some suggested people for you to follow. You then have following, which is just your followers. You have popular, which is going to be like the most popular stuff to be uploaded to IGTV. And then you have continue watching, because maybe you started watching a video and didn't finish it, so you're going to have your continued watching section here. So let's go under For You. I'm going to tap on the screen, and it's going to give me my full portrait view screen. Now, all video that is uploaded to IGTV is in portrait view rather than landscape view. So on video that we typically watch on YouTube or Facebook, we tend to rotate our device to the side and view that content. Well, Instagram's going a different route and saying, like, let's take what has worked pretty cool with Instagram stories, except for the fact that Instagram stories expire after 24 hours and are really short, like 15-second clips, and let's let people create longer form content in portrait view, which is a more natural way for us to hold our phones. Our phones were designed to be held in portrait mode, in the long view here. So let's let them create content and actually enforce the content creation for Instagram TV to be in that portrait view. So what's cool about that is that, it is different. A lot of us, including myself, used to rebel against portrait video because, it's just not the way it looks on TV. Do you ever see any portrait TVs? No, TVs are landscape. They're longer, they're wider than they are tall. So, I always used to kind of fight against that. But with phones, it's a different experience. We're holding our phone naturally this way most of the time. We can see, typically with the phone too, it's narrower in portrait view, so it's more personal. I mean, when you do a FaceTime call with somebody, or if you're on an iPhone, you're using FaceTime, we typically hold our phone in portrait view and we get that person in there. We're not worried about necessarily what's going on the sides. And so, I don't know, it just feels maybe even a little more personal. Like portrait video is a little bit more personal because it's more one-on-one, whereas landscape video is a wider scene. It lets you see more of what's going on. Maybe it's a little bit more personal in a different way. But I don't know, it's just interesting. It's going to be interesting to me to see how people create for this. I was trying to film some content last night in portrait mode, and I'll tell you what, it is so much harder to film and keep something in frame in portrait mode, because typically when you have your camera this way, you can kind of move the camera around a little bit and stuff still stays in the frame. But when it's rotated this way, you have a much more narrow kind of range, and you've got to really focus on keeping your stuff in frame. So with all that said, I'm not mad at Instagram's move to do this. I know that a lot of people that create content have been creating content for landscape, and so they're like, now I've got to create landscape and portrait content. And I've also heard a lot of people saying, well, I'll just take the content that I already have and either crop it. I've been seeing people do like the reverse of letterboxing, because like on TV, like back in the day before when widescreen TVs first came out, your show would be kind of like in the middle and there'd be the letterboxes on the side. Well, now I'm starting to see people upload video with big old letterboxes on the top. So a little small landscape video with letterboxes on the top and the bottom, which I think is pretty annoying, and I won't let people get away with that for very long before I unfollow them, because it's just laziness. Here's a video example of a little bit of graphic design built in. Like, this is awesome. Black Rifle Coffee Company. This is the way that video is really going to work out in portrait, and how you can take advantage. You could put video in the middle. You could put your logo at the top. You could put some text down at the bottom. That video kind of... This way you can dual purpose your video. This takes advantage of the portrait view and makes it useful, as opposed to just putting a video in the middle with color on the top and the bottom, like black bars. I've seen some people actually just rotate their video and upload it, so somebody's literally gonna... It's the same people that do Instagram stories and Snapchats that you end up having to rotate your phone to watch. Drives me up the wall. It's not the way that it was intended to be used. So with that said, it's going to take people a little getting used to this new platform and this portrait video first. Now, YouTube does support portrait video. If you've ever seen somebody upload something in a video in portrait mode and then viewed that video on your phone, like, it supports portrait mode. It's just nobody's uploading video to YouTube in portrait mode, because people are also using their iPads, their tablets, their computers, their TVs, a lot of other types of devices to view video, and that just wouldn't... A portrait video just wouldn't be a good experience on a television that naturally is a landscape. So let's talk a little bit about a little bit more about how you interact with IGTV. You will be automatically subscribed or, following the people that you already follow. So say you follow me and I create an IGTV channel, you automatically will be following my IGTV channel. But what I think is cool about this is that there's now different ways to stand out on Instagram. There's the photographers that stand out on Instagram who just have beautiful photos of whatever it is, food, traveling, whatever it is. There's people that create content, like video content, short form video content, and they stand out for that. Now with IGTV, people are going to be able to create 15 to 15 minute long videos. And if you have a verified channel or you're a more popular person with a lot of followers on Instagram, they're going to give you up to 60 minutes. So longer form content like we're used to seeing on YouTube. And creators on Instagram were trying to get people to jump ship from Instagram over to YouTube, because they wanted to go from Instagram, where there's no real way for them to monetize. Instagram doesn't pay its creators when somebody views an ad first or something, or when somebody scrolls past an ad. And I don't think that they're going to do that with IGTV either. But YouTube does. YouTube, there's incentive to create content for YouTube. So Instagram is moving into this place where they're trying to get those creators that are trying to get their audience to jump ship over to YouTube to stay in Instagram. And I think it's a smart move. It's just an interesting one. So within the Instagram app, you can, of course, view all of the content that your favorite creators or Instagrammers are creating just simply by tapping on that button. You can search IGTV, and it gives suggestions of people to follow, so popular people or whatnot that are creating. Of course, you'll be able to search IGTV probably in a similar way. You'll be able to search YouTube. There will be people who have like how-to IGTV channels, like, you go to YouTube to watch that video on how to tie a tie. you're probably going to be able to do that on IGTV too, because some creator or some Instagrammer is going to say, like, I'm going to be the how-to guy or gal and create all of that how-to content. So you can search IGTV by topic. Of course, if you come across someone, say you're on the popular tab, you come across, like, say, you're on Charity Water's page here, and you're like, wow, I really want to follow them. You can tap on their icon and then follow them. You can also see any videos that they've uploaded, so their videos appear a little bit differently down there. You can also still like, comment, and share their videos the same way that you would any other Instagram post. And then, of course, you can copy direct links to it and share it somewhere else. Like maybe you wanted to share a link to somebody's IGTV video on Twitter or Facebook or something like that. So pretty cool. And then, of course, the browse button down here at the bottom takes you to the same, it basically does the same action as tapping on their icon up on the top. So pretty cool. That's the functionality of this app. But the IGTV app is essentially what we were just looking at, but in a standalone app. And you will need the IGTV app if you're going to be a creator. If you're going to start a channel, you'll have to download the IGTV app and go in and create an account. Basically, creating an account is super easy. You just log into your Instagram account and it automatically creates you an account on IGTV. And then you're going to be able to actually start producing content. Now, the IGTV app itself doesn't seem to actually have a recorder built in, so you're not filming and making video directly into IGTV. You would use the default camera app on your phone or some other sort of camera like I'm using right now, and then you can edit the video and then you can upload it either through the Instagram app, through the IGTV app, or even through the Instagram website. There's a way to upload your content there as well, which I think is pretty cool. So it's going to be interesting to see how people use portrait video and something like this. I'm surprised that it's taken as long as it has for us to get portrait video on as a standard. I know that people have been against it for so long, but I think just out of the natural way that we hold our phones, it makes more sense for portrait video. It's just going to take some creativity for everybody to figure out the best way to do it. And as we saw with that Black Rifle Coffee Company, I think some design is going to take place. We're going to see more actual graphic design in our video, more elements where the video is not the entire screen, it's a portion of the screen, and it's just going to open up a lot more opportunities for people to be creative, which I'm super excited about. So there's a lot of things that are still emerging, a lot of questions to be answered about IGTV. I think that it is, probably one of the most interesting things to come out of recent, because everything has kind of been a copy. Everything's been a copy of a copy of a copy. Nothing has really been kind of like new, and not to say that IGTV is new. It's very much a copy of a copy of a copy, but at least they're going about it a little bit differently. They didn't require us to download another app just to view content. That would have made it a little challenging for them to really get any forward momentum. So I don't know, it's just really interesting to me. And that's where I kind of want to turn this over to all of you. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Are you excited to get longer form content from some of your favorite Instagrammers, or do you prefer to go over to YouTube or some other channel for that? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If you're starting a IGTV channel, definitely share that below. So if you don't already follow us on Instagram, definitely head on over and follow State of Tech on Instagram. We're going to be uploading content and creating stuff for this new IGTV as well. And we look forward to kind of seeing how that unfolds and learning more about a new platform together and producing cool stuff. So thanks so much for checking out this video. We hope to see you back here soon.